Hi everyone, welcome back to Draugen, day 3. Let's see what this has in store for us. We've learnt quite a lot in the first 2 days of us being here. We've managed to secure Betty's scarf and hat, and we are a little bit concerned with the parallels between the potential issues going on in our life, looking for Betty, and it feels the family feuding, the family tragedies in the Gravik community. There's obviously, me and my sister used to argue like crazy, but I suppose we get on right now as we're adults, but you know.
Where are you?
Upstairs.
Okay, got some clues upstairs then. We also... Sorry, I thought I saw something. We also know that...
Betty? Is that you?
Lissie?
Lissie?
Right up the stairs, Teddy.
Alright. She's in Ruth's bedroom. So we know that... was that out earlier? Oh, we can draw here. Okay. We know that Anna, Johann's wife and Ruth's mother, doesn't believe Simon killed Ruth. And Simon went missing shortly after Ruth's death as well. We're looking a bit older now, aren't we? I don't know how long we're supposed to leave it. That'll probably do. Let's have a look at the journal. Oh, you drew the bed. Okay, the cot. Right, let's go and have a look in Ruth's room then, where Lissie is.
This is her room.
Hmm?
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then... nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
Okay, it's the photos. Oh, yes. And, the ice troll. I was right.
There's still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be looking for Betty.
I hate you sometimes. Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet. She was 8. This must be the village church.
Yep.
That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle. Simon and his father on the other.
A community divided.
Okay, we all kind of already sussed this out, so they're going to do the slow storytelling bit.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
The cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important enough to draw. That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are
true.
more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Yeah, that's also true.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
There we go.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the Black Seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat?
Yes.
Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting
Why
for
else is it
nightfall
named
so he
Draugen?
can return to shore.
Or Draugen, as I've been calling it.
Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you. She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
See, there's a scar there. Draugen. Draugen's got her chest.
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson. The curse.
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew... It looks like this box under her desk.
Really?
Was that there
Let me
earlier?
see. Pull it out.
That's something I didn't notice. Draugen hand comes out and grabs us by the throat now. Ooh.
What is this?
This is a Viking hoard.
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had
Thanks,
her
Indy.
own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're
In
to
the
believe
mine.
her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
I think it's not
There's a
Draugen.
story here.
It's
The
Draugers
treasure
from
box,
Skyrim.
the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic
This is
events.
what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a
The
bell?
church.
The church bell. Someone's here. Maybe... Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Yeah,
Perhaps
what?
she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We
I
should be
told
careful.
you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Definitely Drauga. She's found a Viking burial with Drauga, reanimated, killing things. Go on, Alicia. Let's go to the church and find out who's ringing the bell. Then we'll find it's a mechanical thing. Or it's a goat. Can't see anything there. Right. Let's have a little hot skip and a jump down here. I'm scanning the horizon, make sure there's nothing out of place, which we hadn't seen earlier. The gate's open. Yes, that's probably us. Left that open. The goats are probably out. Oh no, the goats are in that field. That's okay. We should, if we were responsible, close the gate at all times. Leave it the way you found it. But, you know, we're in a rush. If we find there's that bloody crow again. He was attacking the window. And then he was out on that night in the misty, scary times. It's a goat. I wonder what there was.
All these fresh graves. Do
Bloody
you
hell.
think that maybe
No.
Betty...
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward.
They're twins,
Your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
aren't they? They're twins.
The bell's still ringing.
Let's check inside the church.
Okay. So there's definite parallels.
No one's touched these since yesterday.
Gone fishing?
God is not
Gone
here.
fishing.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Can you peek through the boards?
Not with my glasses on. Oh look, the chandelier or whatever it is down. How do we get up to the bell? Is there a door open here now? No. Let's try the other side. It's very dark. Okay. Peek through the boards. How am I supposed to do that? It's just... Oh, we can remove the sign. It's right there in front of me. Now we're not...
See anyone?
No,
Listen! The bell! They're still in there! The bell stopped. No, it's back. Is that rope? No, that's going to be the chandelier rope, isn't it? I don't see anyone, Lissie.
It must be her ringing the bell. It must be Betty.
Where's the bell?
We'll soon find out.
The bell isn't that. It's got to be up there, isn't it? So is that rope hanging down from the centre there? The bell rope. Yeah, the bell's got to be in that little turret there, hasn't it? You're gonna break in?
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Let's go for it. We're breaking into a church.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that. What's this rope for?
The bell.
There's no one on that.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No.
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
Droga.
I don't like that sound. Please stop. Stop it.
Yeah, we'll keep going then. Till she freaks out, and then we'll find out another bit of our history, no doubt.
Stop it.
One more time.
Stop it.
Okay. What's the matter about the bell?
That bell still bothers me.
Didn't you say it was the wind?
I guess it could have been the wind.
Once you eliminate the impossible, etc., etc.
Yes.
Lissie, look. Betty's gloves. They are definitely Betty's.
She's a golfer, is
She
she?
got these in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she...
Woolworths.
She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves. Her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a labyrinth.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty. You're turning into such a pill.
Yes.
What a terrible mess.
First the store, then this. What was wrong with these people?
They were angry and afraid.
What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive.
Let's have a look.
The
Dude.
church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
I
And
suppose so.
Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead,
Her name would be in the book.
vandals tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look,
Ah, right, okay.
we need to find all the pages. How
What's
many
this?
pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me. I wanted you to find that one.
Yes.
I know what a rotten loser you are.
2 then. Let's have a read of the sermon.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language. He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
This sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune. Tilly varandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly, but I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Okay. So,
What are you doing?
yes.
We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Found another one. You get it. It's right here. Just one more page missing. The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you. Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
Oh, something
I've
highlighted.
never seen you read the Bible before.
For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Okay. What's this last? There's a mess here.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
Where's this last page then? There it is. Found it.
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissie. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Oh, horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Biddy, biddy, biddy. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book. Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
And a lot of deaths.
Right, let's put these pages back in then and see what we can learn from the birth and death and whatever. Oh.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the third Fretland brother. The one who died in the cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Whoa. Murdered.
Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For
Traitor.
Ooh. Okay, this is taking a dark turn, isn't it?
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice.
Oh,
What if-
God.
Edward, no.
Betty.
It doesn't mean she's...
She's not dead. She can't be. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going?
To the graves.
Don't leave me!
You're right there.
Edward!
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you.
There was an unmarked one. Is this the unmarked one?
This one.
Yeah.
It's unmarked.
Oh, we're going to dig a grave up. Are we really going to do this? Okay.
What are you doing?
I have no
Have
idea.
you gone completely mad? Edward, stop it!
Prepare yourselves.
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or
that.
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
Yeah, I thought so.
Lissie? Alice?
She's our conscience.
Come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back.
We're not alone. We've got
Need
Blue
you.
Lady. So one of those, the blue people who used to do the dancing. It's one of those. Dead Smurf, maybe. Let's have a look at the journal. We've got most of it mapped out, haven't we? Except for the mine. Except for the mine.
Lissie? Where are you? Lissie? Alice?
There she is.
I was afraid you'd left me. Now listen to me.
Stay put.
No!
Oh, too late. Let's jog down there. There she is on the road. Okay, we've got to try and make peace with ourselves, it would seem. Oh,
Lissie. Hey. Lissie, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Of course you went did. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Don't.
You deserve to be alone.
so was Lissie our younger sister before Betty? Is she, well, I'm not quite sure if she's our conscious, or maybe she's a figment of our imagination, i.e. was she one of our siblings that died in the ponds she mentioned, where our mother had committed suicide? Or did we lose a daughter and that's what caused the mother to commit suicide? Jumping a little bit here, clutching at
Please.
a few straws.
Talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet? Your little plaything? Well, fuck you, Edward
Ooh.
Charles Harden!
Lissie.
I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase!
Now, be reasonable.
Did she go into the farm?
What are you doing?
Oh, there she is.
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate us.
Now listen to me. Please listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You
I can't
do
select
this to
them.
me.
It won't let me select
I
them.
need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't.